can't remember a time when we weren't friends. We were born on the same day, in the same hospital, in the same town.
Castaways is a new piece of writing by Atiha Sen Gupta, and it was developed through workshops in 4 cities across the UK, in Luton, Stockton-on-Tees, Oxford and London. And we worked with lots of groups of young people in various schools, colleges and youth groups. And what we were looking at was what was their sense of belonging, their sense of connection to the places that they've grown up.
I don't see what the problem is.
The problem is we need a library and we're in a tanning shop.
Well, no one asked you to come.
You specifically asked us to come.
You could have said no.
Oh, this is so long.
Go then. No, don't go.
Okay, how are we going to reverse?
Just pull up a tanning bed and make yourself comfortable.
Atiha, the writer, went away and developed this script, and it's essentially the story of 3 young people that have grown up in the same town, born on the same day, they've gone through nursery together, and we're looking at their story, and they're sort of coming towards their 18th birthday, they're still at school. And they come from very different cultural backgrounds, and yet they're so united. They call each other the triplets because they're always together.
We're the G&Ts.
Excuse me,
Gifted and talented.
where are the rest of you?
It's just us.
In the whole year?
3 out of 200.
Through the story, various things happen in their lives which blows that friendship apart, blows their world apart, and starts taking us down a pathway to extremism, a pathway to a different way of life. And I suppose it makes us look at, is their story something that we can say happens across the UK, or is it because of their personal circumstances? Theatre at its best looks at the world and questions it and challenges it and makes us think and re-look at the world that we're living in, and hopefully makes us decide to do things differently.
My name is Yasmin Sidhwa and I'm playing the character of Asha. So Asha is a young girl. She's just turned 18 and she's preparing for her exams and last year of school.
Kids at school used to know that if they spotted one of the triplets, they'd be able to locate the other 2. Just like that. We were each other's GPS before GPS. We'd lead people to each other. I can't remember the last time the 3 of us were all together.
The friendship and the friendship group is such an important theme of the play, and that's also obviously important for her as the character. So her best friends are literally her family, they're everything for her, and everything that happens in the play kind of happens through that friendship, and that friendship is important to all of the decisions and everything in that play.
Mum never shuts up about you boys. She won't admit it, but she was hoping I'd be one. That's why I got the name Ash. She imaginatively added an A in the end and hoped nobody would notice.
In the play, especially in the beginning of this play, she's quite cheerful and she's the happy one. She's the one that's always making jokes and trying to make people laugh. But there's quite a lot of personal stuff as well that she has to get through, and that has a big impact on her.
My name is Andy Greaves, and I'm playing the role of Kieran in Castaways. Kieran is a very loving and caring character, I think, but at the same time he doesn't really receive that from home, from his family, and that, and I think that makes him really vulnerable actually, and I think that's why he relies on this friendship sort of so much. And then when it does sort of break down, I think that really affects him. And I think it affects all the characters actually. But I think it really does affect Kieran, and because I think his friendship is really his family. So I think it's quite hard.
I don't think Paul would appreciate it. How you behaved with those Muslims? What Muslims? What is he talking about? I never get it.
And it was interesting actually because we took it to schools to sort of see what younger people thought of the story really and how the story would affect them. And it was really interesting to see these characters in the audience as well actually, so it was quite interesting. And how it affected them. And they was gripped as well. I mean that's the main thing. To sort of walk into a school with a performance, they can easily sort of switch off and stuff like that. But no, that everyone was really gripped with the story, which is great. Really, I guess that's what we want. That's what we want.
My name is Jonathan Parkinson. My character's name is Sam. Sam is currently at school. He's around 17. He's got two other friends, Kieran and Asha, and they're experiencing life together, experiencing everything that happens in a deprived area that they live in. During the story, they're kind of each other's support system, but that kind of breaks down, and then so they figure out certain different ways to try and deal with it, but it's a story about their friendship and just how that breaks down. Yeah.
I need to cancel the reservation. Where's my phone?
Forget the restaurant, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's really rude to tell them that we're coming and then not even show up. Where is my phone?
I'll do it.
I need to do it! Where is my phone? Where's my fucking phone?
I really want young people as well as mainstream audiences to see this play, to take part in the panel debates, because in each town and city we go to, we are deliberately having a Mandala debate with local academics, local community leaders, young people, councillors, and if we can get them, politicians. Castaways, I think, is a gripping story, and theatre at its best is all about the stories that you're telling. We've got three wonderful actors, they're young actors and they're passionate, and I think within this story I don't think anybody will not be gripped by what happens to them, how their lives unfold. And if we get inside the heads of these characters, you start to really understand what can happen and why things happen, and physically enjoy it and creatively and artistically enjoy it. You know, the set is fantastic. It's also got video as well to help with the visuals. So I think as a piece of theatre, whether you agree with what's happening or not, or whether you have very opposing views to what's being thought about in the play, come and have your say and come and talk to us and come and enjoy a story. You cannot fail to be engaged by this story and this play.